Hello everyone and welcome to the program. I'm Sheon Kimbaloye in Lagos. For the first time since leaving the shores of the country just about 48 days ago, the President Muhammadu Buhari is speaking to the public knowledge. And for the first time since leaving for medical vacation in London, a voice recording confirmed to be that of the President Muhammadu Buhari has emerged, where the President called on all Nigerians to remain united and shun all forms of divisiveness. The audio, which is in Hausa language, extends greetings to all Muslims on the Eid al-Fitr celebration, urging them to keep faith while thanking them for their prayers. And here is a message as transcribed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ni Muhammadu Buhari ina so in yi amfani da wannan dama in taya 'yan uwana al'ummar Najeriya barka da karamar sallah. Da fatan Allah ya karbi ibadan da muka yi na watan Ramadan, ya ba mu ikon aiki da darasin da muka koya. Ina godiya mai yawa bisa ga yadda kuka sanya ni cikin addu'o'inku na samun lafiya a wata mai albarka. Allah ya ba mu ikon sauke alƙawuran da muka ɗauka, yi mana maganin matsalolin da ke ƙasarmu. A ƙarshe ina sake kira ga al'ummar Najeriya da mu bar maganganun tada hankali. Zama lafiya a Najeriya shi muke roƙon Allah kullum. Allah ya ba mu damuna mai albarka domin samun abinci cikin sauƙi. Allah ya ba mu lafiya da zaman lafiya, ya sa a yi bikin sallah lafiya, a gama lafiya. Na gode.
An aberration. It's a misnomer to have members of the National Assembly recreating the budget.
For somebody to come out and say that this particular house has no right to modify or alter, or rather it has introduced some other projects, I think that has tantamount to at least suppressing our powers as legislators, as enshrined in the Constitution.
The 2017 budget may have been signed into law, but the controversy is trailing some of the projects, especially as related to the Ministry of Works, Power and Housing, is getting the attention of the National Assembly. The National Assembly claims that there is a misleading statement coming from the Minister, Mr. Babatunde Fashola. But the ministry in a tweet says that the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway project is a priority to it, and stopping funding midway in lieu of an imaginary PPP arrangement is a major concern. Well, the debate has been, to what extent should the National Assembly go in altering the document as presented by the executive? We get some insight into the matter now. Mr. Femi Falana, a senior advocate of Nigeria, joins us now to discuss this and some issues relating to national unity, restructuring, and the rule of law. Many thanks for coming on the program, senior advocate. Let me quickly get your thoughts. We're hearing the voice of Nigeria's president for the first time in perhaps about 50 days. What's your take on that?
Well, in the first place, it's reassuring that the president has finally spoken to Nigerians through that audio message. But I think it was not well. I think it would have been better handled. The president should have spoken to all Nigerians in the official language and in the lingua franca, which is the English language. So that message appears restricted to the Muslim community in the northern part of the country. But that apart, I think it's okay that the president is wishing the country well, he's praying for peace. He's also thanking Nigerians for their prayers, over his state of health, But I think it's about 50 days that the president has been away. The Constitution has not stipulated for how long he can be away, or he may be away. And the acting president is in charge of the affairs of the country. And I think what is required is perhaps to ask all agencies of the government and all public officers in the government, to support the acting president so that the program of the government can be properly executed. I mean, that's all I can say.
As a legal practitioner, when you heard that there was an order or there was a word from the president from London asking the acting president to sign the budget, even when he has transmitted to the National Assembly the powers of the presidential seats to the acting president, how did you feel at that time?
No, frankly speaking, I was completely flabbergasted and embarrassed by that, with profound respect, totally unwarranted statement. The president didn't, and the president couldn't have, sent a message at that stage. President Buhari has so far maintained that, having transmitted the letter to the National Assembly, he ceases to function in the capacity of the president. The last time the president returned to the country, February, even though he arrived on a Friday, he did announce to the nation that pending when I would transmit another letter to the National Assembly on Monday, the acting president remains in charge of the country. So for anybody to say that the president was directing the acting president to sign the budget was totally unwarranted.
There was
very embarrassing for the country.
Mr. Falana, there was a report, or there is a report, we understand now, where the acting president chaired a committee that was investigating and probing the Ikoyi money that was recovered, and also the SGF case where the Mr. OK
grass-cutting
contract scandal. Up until today, the report was supposed to be submitted on Monday. The president traveled on Friday. What do you make about that situation in the country right now and that kind of a report? Do you think that report, that we might not see anything to that report, that may be the end to that report, isn't it?
No, I think the report has not seen the light of day because the president that set up the panel